On Thursday night, Scottish Giants Rangers knocked out Turkish Giants Fenerbahce out of the Europa League on penalties. Rangers came into that game with a 3-1 lead, and unfortunately, they lost the game 2-0 after 90 minutes. We drew the game 3-3 on aggregate, and on penalties, luck was on their side and they went through to the next round of the Europa League. Two Nigerian players were involved in that game. Of course, CYRIEL, one of their highest goal scorers this season, and a former, should I call him a former? No, not a former Nigerian player. A player that has been out of the Super Eagles team for a very, very long time. Leon Balogun was also on the pitch for Rangers. He has featured an impressive 22 games for Rangers this season, and he's been a very key player for Rangers this season. And just as we thought, Nigerians have been clamoring for a return of Leon Balogun after watching him last night and some of his past games for Rangers this season. They've been clamoring for a return of Leon Balogun back to the Super Eagles. But let me say this, not every player that impresses in his club side deserves a call-up for the Super Eagles. Leon Balogun is 36 years old. Yes, 36 years old, and he's been out of the Super Eagles for a very long time. The last time he featured for the Super Eagles, it was, if I'm correct, it was in 2022. That was the last time he featured for the Super Eagles. I remember as we used to call it back then, the Oyibo War, when he used to pair with EKONG, and they were very solid back then. But it's been a long time since then, and the Super Eagles team has moved on without him. I know he's been away from the Super Eagles because largely due to injuries, and he's always been out frequently due to injuries. And Rangers has tried a lot to manage his injuries. Most times it comes from the bench, and he also gets subbed off in the latter part of the game, and luckily he's done very well for them this season, and fans right now are clamoring for his return. Why do we need Leon Balogun back into this team when we're building a defense, a very young defense around Ekong, who is very, very much experienced right now? I think one of the most experienced players we've got in the team right now. I know some people will be saying, some persons will be saying, Leon Balogun has lots of experience. Age is not on his side. 36 years old. When we've got lots of other defenders out there looking to pair with Ekong. Bassey isn't doing a bad job right now. He's really in great shape, and he's been pairing really well with Ekong. Semi Ajayi, who's injured, we saw how he would look very, very good with his pairing with Ekong at the AFCON, and we still got lots of a whole lot of other younger defenders who are looking for a place in the CB for the Super Eagles at the moment. We've got IGOH, who just got his call up. We still got Jordan Torunarighha, who just replaced Nathan Teller, and is looking for a place in the Super Eagles defense. We still got Kevin Akpoguma, who is 29 right now, and age isn't on his side, and we need to get him at his peak. Players like Leo Balogun, whom age is no longer at their side, but at the moment are delivering for their club side, don't need a call up at the moment. We need to focus on the players we've got for the Super Eagles at the moment. Build around them. We've got an AFCON to play. We've got the World Cup qualifier. And possibly if we qualify for the World Cup, we've got players who have racked up experience the last 2 years that can build a solid defense around, not looking back and bringing players that are clocking 40 to man the defense for the Super Eagles. He's no Thiago Silva. He's not Thiago Silva that will be looking to bring it back into the team. No, I think Ekong is doing a great job. Bassey, fantastic job. Semi Ajayi, whenever he's fit, pairs with True Ekong, does really, really well. Really well for the Super Eagles. So I think it's time, for me personally, it's time to move on from Leon Balogun. And again, Cyriel Dessers. We won't get tired of talking about Cyriel Dessers. Cyriel Dessers, of course, deserved a call up for the Super Eagles. Has been really fine shape for Rangers. 22 goals and 4 assists, and somehow he didn't make make the call up list. I already talked a lot about Cyriel Dessers on in the previous video. If you like to watch it, you can just check it out. He deserves a call up in future. In future, he deserves it. He deserves it. I'm tired of even ranting about Cyriel Dessers issue. He deserves a call up. And I'd like to, there's something happening in the midfield, in the call up place, that nobody's talking about. How did ALHASSAN Yusuf get into this team? 2 games in the MLS, while Frank Onyeka, who has played 22 games in the Bundesliga this season, didn't make the list, but somehow ALHASSAN Yusuf made the list. Big question. Big question. I think we did really pay a lot of attention on the midfield. In the call-up place, we were all focused about Cyriel Dessers and some of the forward players that made the list, and we really neglected the players that made the call-up list from the midfield, the midfielders, because Al-Hassan, good player, when he was called up for to replace as a replacement in the AFCON, he did very well for the Super Eagles. But looking at after the AFCON, we didn't see him feature a lot of club side, and somehow we saw him making a move to the MLS. 2 games in the MLS, and he got a call up. When we've got players who have been working their ass out for their club sides, and who, whenever they're called for the Super Eagles, they always deliver. Player like Frank Onyeka, who we should be building our midfield around, and who is in great form at the moment. Why wouldn't he make the call up, please? I don't get it. I don't get it. Every single day we tend to find 1 or 2 things wrong with the call up list. I know a lot of people are out there saying we should allow the coach to his job. We should stop ranting. We complain too much. But let's be real. We can't keep quiet with what's happening in the squad right now. We can't keep quiet, because the qualifying games that are coming up, Rwanda and Zimbabwe, are not games to be taken lightly. And team players should not be selected for Eric Chelle, and Eric Chelle should players based on merit and current form. That's all we want, so that the Super Eagles can easily qualify for the World Cup. So guys, I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about the call for Leo Balogun to get back into the Super Eagles? For me, I think his time is up for the Super Eagles. 36 years old. Now we should be looking towards the younger players and the players who have made who have solidified their spot in the team. We should be looking towards those players and not towards Leon Balogun. But I'd like to hear your thoughts. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. I'd like to hear your thoughts on Frank Onyeka not getting a spot and Al-Hassan getting a spot in the call-up list. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. So guys, see you in the next one. Cheers.